welcome you, my dear friends, to our Voice of His Kingdom weekly devotion. Today's devotion will be taken from the book of Genesis, chapter 22, and we'll be focusing on two verses, verses 2 and 3. Let's read those verses together. Then God said, "Take your son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains I will tell you about." Early the next morning, Abraham got up and saddled his donkey. He took with him 2 of his servants and his son Isaac. When he had cut enough wood for the burnt offering, he set out for the place God had told him about. My dear friends, I'm sure you will well remember that Abraham had to wait for about 25 years after God's promise in Genesis chapter 12 to have his son Isaac. He loved him, as the scripture said in our key passage. And at the time God made this request from Abraham, he was already well over 100 years old, and his wife also was well over 90 years. But God demanded that Isaac be offered as a burnt offering. Unlike other forms of offering, this means that only God will be entitled to the offering in its entirety, because it's burnt offering totally to God, and it must be of very high quality. And that's why God demanded for Isaac, the only son Abraham had, the son he loved so much, his wife loved so much. By this, God was saying to Abraham and Sarah that Isaac, whom he loved so much, does not belong to him, does not belong to Abraham, but actually belongs to God. And it's important we take note of what has happened in this passage. In Exodus chapter 19, verse 5, the Bible tells us, "Now if you obey me fully and keep my covenant, then out of all nations you will be my treasured possession, although the whole earth is mine." That's what God was communicating to Abraham and to all of us, that the heavens and the earth were created by him. They belong to him. The material things on earth were also created by him, and they belong to him, and he has rights over them. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7. It says, "For who makes you different from anyone else? What do you have that you did not receive?" So, my friends, everything that we own and have on this earth, we receive from God by his own grace and mercy. So, as we can see from the above passages, all that we own belongs to God. Abraham recognized this and released Isaac when God asked for him. Well, painful as this might seem at the time, Abraham had the grace to give back to God what belongs to God. So, my friend, your life and treasures that you own belong to God. And if perchance God demands that you use your life to serve him, or use your treasures to serve him, just like he demanded from Abraham, will you be willing to do so? And when you do, and you surrender just as Abraham surrendered, and I want to assure you, God himself will in turn bless you, as he did to Abraham. If you read that same passage in Genesis 22, further down, you will see that God said to Abraham, "Because you have obeyed me, in blessing I will bless you." And God truly blessed Abraham and his generations. And may that be your portion also, my friends. God bless you, and thank you for listening.